What is up, everybody? It's me, Duke Farley, back at it again here, and I am talking to another contestant that's going into Ascendance Alive Season 3. I'm here with Josh. Josh, what's up, man? Thanks for joining me. What's been going on?
No, thank you. I'm really excited to do this and I'm just ready to jump in and answer all these crazy questions.
Not gonna be too crazy, but yeah, I'm excited to get to talk to you and meet you for the first time. So, the first question I have for you is pretty open-ended, but it's just to kind of let the viewers know a little bit about you. And that is to describe your perfect day. So, like, what are you doing? Who are you doing it with? And where?
Um, my perfect day probably starts with getting up around like 1 o'clock p.m. because
Okay.
that meant that I was able to sleep in real late. And then probably going out with friends and just I don't know, doing like I love doing like weird, like quirky things like mini golf, bowling, um, like arcades type stuff, and then just like watching a movie at the end of the day. Like that, I'm really like simple oriented, and that's what I like to do.
Cool. Um, yeah, that's cool. What kind of movies are you into?
Um, like thrillers, and I've recently been getting into like horror movies. Um, and with all, it's October-ish now, and,
Spooky season,
and
Josh.
spooky season, and
More booze,
like
please.
anything like thriller, action, and mystery. I'm all for.
Did you watch the Jeffrey Dahmer
So
documentary?
I'm like in episode 2 right now, and that is pretty hard to watch.
Yeah.
But that's some good stuff right there.
I mean, kind not really good, but
Well, okay, let me rephrase. Not good in terms of what the actual stuff is in there, but like in terms of like writing and the filmography of it is pretty crazy.
yeah, good good way to clarify
Okay,
that.
I'm not into Jeffrey Dahmer, so I'll make that clear.
Because if you were, this could be a really interesting season of season Ascendance Live. So, but yeah, interesting.
Right.
It's good to hear some more about you. But let's get into some game related questions here.
Sure.
Um, who from a past season of Ascendance Live would you work with if they were in this season with you now?
So there's a few people off the bat that I would know. And now, in terms of someone who I think I play would play similar to, that would be Thomas from this past season. Because I thought he was very like straight edge, analytical, like myself. Like he's a lawyer, I'm an accountant, that type of vibe. But like in terms of the people who I really enjoyed watching and being able to play, um, Erica from season 1, um, Nicholas, and then also Jodalee. And yeah, so those would be my ideal peeps.
That's a good trio, and Thomas. That'd be fun to watch you guys. But new season, there could be returners. I don't know. I don't know.
I kind of hope so, but you never know.
You never know. Say your number one ally in the game is being targeted in the early rounds. Are you going to try to flip the vote to save them, or are you going to let them get eliminated?
Um, Depending on how I would try to assess like the risk on that, but if I really could, I would rather flip the vote because like I believe in like making strong groundwork for your allies in the beginning. That way, it could lead to like huge longevity in the game. And like I always believe in the saying like we're only here. This is our one shot, right, to play a live game. It's my first live game, so like I'm rather go out swinging than to let the game pass you and just kind of let ally fall at their fault. But
Yeah.
I'd rather flip the vote.
Yeah.
More fun.
Yeah. More chaotic a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, what is a challenge that you would dominate at?
Not many, but
Shit.
probably something puzzle oriented or I love like the weird like quirky endurance comps where like everyone just sucks at. Those are I'm pretty good at. Uh the ones that last like 2 minutes. But anything that's like for example, the the one where they have to hold their arm up like this, I can never do. Like I'm a spaghetti noodle, you know, I can't put my arm up that high. And then but I liked the puzzle comp they did early on. That was good. The one where they were running back and forth. I think that's up my alley, but that's about it.
So puzzles.
Comps won't be my strong suit. I'm not going for Kennedy's record or whatever because I think she has it. So
Yeah, she definitely had that a record of comp wins. Interesting. So, you would say puzzle oriented.
yeah.
Awesome. Sleep is a huge factor in Ascendance Live. So, how many hours can you efficiently work with, like sleep wise?
Um, Probably like 3 to 4. I think that I don't think I'll probably be sleeping much, just because like whenever something's on my mind just races, and I probably won't get sleep. Like that happens in my real life, and probably will happen here. So I'm expecting to go in, um, like, and not sleep one bit because why are we sleeping, right? We're here to play a game, and I'm gonna experience the most of it. And this is business, you know. So.
Oh, this is a business trip, you said.
Listen, I am an accountant. I paid money for this. I know when my mind's set on something, it's like a mission, and I'm not here to have. I am here to have fun, but I'm here to win and play the game. And yeah,
It kind of sounds like it's a business trip to you.
it is a business trip to me because um like I'm not here to just have a good time. Like I want to prove something to myself. This is my first time ever doing something like this, and it took a lot for me to even consider it, consider doing it. And then once I did consider applying to the show, I didn't even think I had a standing chance to even to make it on. So the fact that I was given that type of opportunity, it means a lot to me. And I'm like a gamer in in general. And anytime I put something my mind to it, I go like 100% speed, whether I crash and burn or succeed. That's what's going to happen. I'm either going to crash and burn or I'm going to succeed. But I have this like Machiavellian mindset where like the ends will justify the means. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to whoever it is. So hopefully I don't eat my words, but yeah, I'm putting myself in like game mode in these next few weeks before the game starts. So
You got it.
whatever that means.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's your opinion on throwing a vote?
I like the idea of it because when you throw a vote, it goes against like what everyone is kind of expecting, and there's always going to be a shadow of doubt amongst someone. Where was that vote casted from? And I think in the early rounds it might not mean something. In the later rounds, it's way more risky to do, but I'm all for it. Especially when you throw a vote and well, we actually saw it happen a little bit last season where Jolie threw a vote in the first round, and then um, on Wesley thought it was who was it? Christopher who threw a vote, right? And
Yeah.
that kind of impacted the game. So I'm down to throw a vote. I may just do that if I have the chance to.
What about if somebody throws a vote on you?
Yeah, I don't just get a thrown vote on me and I'm just gonna be like, okay, cool. I'm still here. Like I'm gonna figure it out. And I'm the type of person like if someone comes for me, they better get me. And but I'm more go with the flow sometimes. So we're not going to go too crazy if we get a vote on this.
Okay. I want to give you a hypothetical situation here.
Sure.
So, congratulations, you made it to the final three, and you won the challenge at the end. So, you
Yep.
are now going to be picking between two people to take with you to the finale. Your first option is your number one ally in the game, but they might be a little bit difficult to beat. It's pretty even between you two in terms of, who's going to win potentially in the jury.
Yep.
Or you can take somebody that you really didn't like. And the other thing is they're like potentially a little bit easier in terms of of going up against them in the finale. Who would you take?
Um, I'm taking the easier person to beat, regardless of our relationship. Just because, um, a number one ally is great, but um, I didn't come into this game applying with them, right? We're here to just play, and it doesn't matter what my relationships are. If someone has statistical higher chance to beat, I'm taking that route. And if it doesn't work out, then I'll be like, oh, well, sorry. Better to ask for forgiveness than permission, I guess.
True, but what if that person that is your number one ally and you're in the game is your best friend in real life?
Um, yeah, I mean, no, 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 no. I'm still doing it because I told myself it doesn't matter who I see there because there's a strong chance that um there may be someone that I know, maybe my best friend is on the cast. Like that'd be wild. But even if my freaking mother is in the final three with me, I'm voting her out if
Oh my
she's
God.
gonna beat me in the game. Because that'd be pretty funny too.
You're going to cut your mother at final three? Josh, what are we
Um
doing?
Luke, my mom and I have played boards together and I didn't vote her out of the game, but I campaigned against her when we were nominated in the block together once. But
How'd
that's
that
beside
how'd
the
that
point.
how'd that work out?
It was good. She went home, and I ended up winning the game. So that was cool. But even if they're my best friend, they know my friends would know how much I get into it in games, and you know that I'm just like a psychopath, right? So um, I'll vote them off. It'll suck though.
Uh,
I have feelings. I promise. I have a heart. But um, we're on a mission. It's business.
you guys heard it here first. He's voting on his mom potentially.
I, if my mom on the cast, because I mean that'd be kind of funny. But if she was, I would 100% go after her because how funny would that be? I'm getting off track. I'm so sorry.
What's your approach to powers in the game? Typically, they're hidden in the house. Are you going to be searching for them, actively hunting for them?
Yeah, I'm gonna actively search for them. So I'm actually not super familiar yet with how like what powers are there, and like I don't know if they change it up season to season. I've never played Ascendance, and I kind of only watched bits and pieces of season one and season two. So I don't even know what powers there are, but I'm assuming like I know like pendants and extra votes, block of votes. But I'm gonna be looking all over. I'm gonna try to encourage other people to look too with me. That way it doesn't look too suspicious. But I'm not sure how that's gonna be with people running around and stuff, but it'd be pretty cool.
What are you doing to prepare for the game?
To prepare. So I told myself I didn't want to get too into my head about the game and thinking about like strategies and all that because um, I have nothing to compare this with, and I don't want to try to take it on like it is an award. So I want to go in very open minded to a lot of things, but what I am going to do is I'm going to research the game, and format to make sure I'm prepared on what can happen. Like, but in terms of like twists and advantages and how Ascendance kind of works throughout past seasons. Um, but the most important part for me is to go into it and remember each day that like this is a game, and that to keep that very focused mindset of like I'm on a mission. So that way, when I'm in the game, I don't lose sight. I don't make bad judgment calls based off emotion. I'm going to cut off all my emotional aspects of it all, because that's my kryptonite sometimes.
Sometimes you get in your feels.
Yeah, yeah.
Happens to
I
the best of us.
listen. A lot of people are always like, oh well, because I'm like super straight edge. Like I'm an accountant in real life. Like everything is very systematic for me. And so people are always like, okay, this guy's like a robot and stuff. And in games, I know to separate game and emotion, but um, it happens to the best of us.
It does. It does. What's
So
one thing that you want to accomplish with this experience?
um, I want to um, be able to tell myself that I did everything I can. And what I mean by that is I want to be able to um, play the game the way I want it to be played, and just kind of experience the most of it, and just prove to myself that I can do this. And I think ultimately, even if I'm like first out, I want to be able to um, leave it all out there. Whether I win or I'm first out, I want to be able to say, I did everything I could. I may have made mistakes along the way, and that's why I'm out. But you know what? At least I went with my gut, and so that I don't want to my exit the game and be like, man, I knew I should have done this, but I didn't. So I just want to leave it all out there, regardless of how I fall. So
Nice. Yeah. So before I close out this interview with you, Josh, I want to give you the opportunity to say anything else interesting that you want to tell me or the viewers.
about my personal life or anything.
Literally anything is a
Sure.
real broad question.
Okay. Okay. So a little bit about me. I was born and raised in Florida, and now I'm living in Virginia, uh, right near DC for my new job. So that's what I'm doing now. As I said a few times, I do accounting, not super fun stuff, but whatever. Um, I'm a big cryptocurrency guy. So,
Dogecoin?
Dogecoin to the moon eventually. But I don't
Jeez.
invest in Doge. But Bitcoin, I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. But you know what? The biggest thing, I'm an NFT guy. And everyone who I ever tell that to, they either roll their eyes or they don't know what I'm talking about.
You are talking to a big NFT guy right now.
Yeah, you have any crypto punks for me?
I mainly do NBA Top Shot and
Oh
NFL all
shoot.
day.
So I have been wanting to do and dive into the NBA Top Shot stuff for a while now, but I feel like I'm either too late to the train on that. But I don't know. But I'm huge on NFTs, crypto. I'm always trying to tell people why um, Bitcoin will create world peace, but
Okay.
in like 200 years. I know I'm a quirky, weird guy, and I say random, outrageous things. But so I'm a big sports guy, basketball and football, and that's about it actually. But um, and
Surprised
that's
that you're a big sports guy and NFT guy, yet you're not in NBA Top Shot or NFL all day.
why you got to call me out like that?
Just seems like
uh,
that would be like the
yeah, but you know what? I'm still really risk averse and all that aspect. Like I'm just all into like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some other projects. But I don't know. You're spark something into me. I'm gonna literally do research after this. But Yeah, I live a pretty basic life. I have two dogs, and I'm just excited to play my first live game. It'd be pretty cool.
Well, Josh, I'm excited for you, and I'm excited to watch you in season 3 of Ascendance live. I hope that you kill it, man.
Thank you, man. I already know, like, I'm I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk, and I think I already am. I'm gonna talk a big game, but I know, but hear me out, guys. For people who are watching, um, I have a feeling people are either going to, like me in some odd way, or they're gonna love to hate me because I'm gonna try to be pretty ruthless and like cutthroat as fuck. But um, I own all of it, right? So if I suck, I suck. And if I do well, then I told you guys, and those two didn't believe me. So, and what was I going on about? But I'm really excited. Whatever happens, I'm on board. If they get me, good on them.